On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Reticent.
Disposed to be silent or uncommunicative, restrained or reluctant to speak, inclined to keep one's thoughts or feelings to oneself.
Examples:
Reticent nature. Reticent response. He was always reticent about his personal life and rarely shared any details with others.
Venus.
The planet second in order from the Sun.
Examples:
Venus orbiter. Surface of Venus. They launched a rocket toward Venus.
Ionosphere.
The region of the Earth's atmosphere that starts at about 50 kilometers above the surface and extends into outer space, containing a high concentration of ions and free electrons.
Examples:
Upper ionosphere. Mid-latitude ionosphere. Scientists use ionosphere monitoring stations to keep track of solar activities and their impact on our planet.
Veil.
A piece of fine cloth worn by women to cover or conceal the face. Verb, to cover, conceal, or obscure.
Examples:
Veil of mystery. Veil her face. He lifted her veil with both hands.
Smog.
A type of air pollution that forms a mixture of smoke and fog resulting from the combustion of fossil fuels, industrial activity, and motor vehicle emissions in urban areas.
Examples:
Smog alert. Toxic smog. The heavy smog in the city was causing health issues for the residents.
Resigned.
Having accepted something unpleasant or difficult, particularly a job or situation, without complaint or resistance, accepting one's fate or circumstances.
Examples:
With a resigned voice. Resigned to their fate. She had a resigned look on her face when she realized that she had lost the race.
Physicist.
A scientist who specializes in the field of physics.
Examples:
Talented physicist. Theoretical physicist. Einstein was an outstanding and famous physicist of the 20th century.
Fable.
A short story, often with animal characters, that teaches a general truth or a moral lesson.
Examples:
Classic fable. Moralize a fable. In his speech, he quoted a passage from a well-known fable.
Latent.
Existing but not yet expressed, active, or visible, hidden or dormant.
Examples:
Latent desire. Latent threat. Many people have latent talents they are not aware of.
Time-consuming.
Requiring a significant amount of time or effort to complete.
Examples:
time-consuming project, time-consuming process. Writing a research paper can be a time-consuming task.
Distracted.
Having one's attention diverted or divided, being unable to concentrate because of being preoccupied or worried.
Examples:
Get distracted by an urgent matter. Distracted by a conversation. I was so distracted by my phone that I nearly walked into a lamppost.
Grandchild.
A child of someone's son or daughter.
Examples:
Grandchild-grandparent relationship. Grandchild development. The grandparents take care of their grandchild while the parents are at work.
Geophysical.
Relating to the physical characteristics and processes of the Earth and its surrounding atmospheres, such as geology, meteorology, and oceanography.
Examples:
Geophysical exploration. Geophysical data. Geophysical surveys study the physical characteristics of the Earth's surface and subsurface.
Headquarter.
The central office or location from which a business or organization is managed.
Examples:
Administrative headquarter. An emergency headquarter. The company decided to move its headquarters to New York City.
Aft.
The opposite of forward, located at or towards the rear or back of a ship, aircraft, or other vehicle.
Examples:
Aft cabin. Aft view. The aft section of the ship suffered significant damage after the collision with the reef.
Imbalance.
A situation in which two or more things are not equal or equally treated.
Examples:
Trade imbalance. Symptoms of hormonal imbalance. An imbalance in certain substances causes problems with brain function.
Radiate.
To spread out or emit something, such as light or heat, in all directions.
Examples:
Radiate an aura. Radiate in all directions. Roads radiate from the famous building in the center of the city.
Rev.
A measure of the rate at which an engine or motor rotates, often expressed in revolutions per minute, RPM, verb, to increase the number of rotations per minute.
Examples:
Low rev engine. Rev up the crowd. He stepped on the gas pedal, and the engine released a loud rev.
Explode.
To burst or break open violently and noisily, to cause something to burst or break open.
Examples:
Explode in anger. Explode in popularity. The old building exploded in a fiery inferno.
Stabilize.
To become or cause to become steady or unlikely to give way.
Examples:
stabilize prices, stabilize blood sugar levels. The raising of interest rates stabilizes the inflation rate.
ppm.
An abbreviation for parts per million, used to express the concentration of a substance in a solution or mixture.
Examples:
ppm volume fraction, ppm level. According to the World Health Organization, the recommended safe lead level in drinking water is 15 ppm.
Overwhelm.
To defeat someone or something by using a great deal of force, to have a strong emotional effect on somebody.
Examples:
He was overwhelmed with gratitude. Overwhelm opponents by numbers. Too much variety may overwhelm and confuse viewers.
Snowflake.
A small, thin, delicate piece of snow, a person, especially a young person, who is perceived as overly sensitive, easily offended, or with an inflated sense of entitlement.
Examples:
delicate snowflake, snowflake pattern. The Christmas tree was beautifully decorated with delicate snowflake ornaments.
Confuse.
To mistake one thing for another, to make somebody hard to understand.
Examples:
confuse the listener, confuse fantasy with reality. Her remarks confused the debate.
Methane.
A chemical compound with the chemical formula CH4 with no smell or color, often used as a fuel.
Examples:
atmospheric methane, reduce methane emissions. The ignition of methane gas in the plant killed 5 employees.
Amplify.
To enhance something, particularly sound or brightness.
Examples:
amplify a signal, amplify the effect. You might need to amplify this point.
Oscillate.
To swing or move back and forth like a pendulum or a wave, to fluctuate or alternate between 2 points or states, to hesitate or be indecisive.
Examples:
oscillate back and forth, oscillate between joy and anger. The fan in the room oscillates, making the airflow more evenly.
Permafrost.
A layer of soil that is permanently below freezing, usually in polar regions.
Examples:
permafrost area, thawing permafrost. Permafrost is crucial to soil stability in Arctic areas.
Disintegrate.
Break or cause to break into small fragments.
Examples:
disintegrate in an explosion, disintegrate over time. The vase disintegrated into pieces when it fell to the ground.
Shoreline.
A line that separates land and sea.
Examples:
Shoreline erosion. Coral reef shoreline. Flooding occurs along the city's shoreline due to the storm surge.
Unthinkable.
Too unlikely or shocking to imagine or accept.
Examples:
An unthinkable coincidence. In unthinkable trouble. That accident was something unthinkable with my long experience.
Devastation.
The act of causing great destruction or damage, often on a large scale.
Examples:
Financial devastation. Devastation to life. The economic recession caused devastation in the housing market, with many people losing their homes.
Reprehensible.
Deserving of criticism or condemnation due to being morally wrong, shameful, or improper.
Examples:
Reprehensible behavior. Reprehensible act. It is reprehensible to discriminate against someone based on their race or gender.
Exterminate.
To destroy completely, often referring to the eradication of pests or weeds.
Examples:
Exterminate pests. Exterminate communism. The government exterminated the invasive species to protect native plants and animals.
Monarch.
A person who rules a country, such as a king or queen.
Examples:
An absolute monarch. Monarch butterflies. She came from a commoner background, but eventually became the monarch of that country.
Heatwave.
A prolonged period of hot and dry weather, often accompanied by high humidity and extreme temperatures. A sensation of intense heat, often caused by exposure to hot or humid conditions.
Examples:
Summer heat wave. Dangerous heat wave. The crops in the farming community have been significantly affected by the prolonged heat wave, leading to concerns about food security.
Deviate.
To depart from an established course or plan, to change direction or take a different route or approach.
Examples:
Deviate from the norm. Deviate from the plan. It's important not to deviate from the established safety procedures.
Anomaly.
Something or someone that deviates from what is expected or normal, often in a way that is difficult to explain or understand.
Examples:
Anomaly detection. Global temperature anomaly. The sudden drop in the stock market was an anomaly that puzzled many investors.
Immoral.
Not conforming to accepted society standards of honesty or morality.
Examples:
Immoral behavior. Politically immoral. It is immoral to cheat on a test.
capita.
A Latin word meaning head, used to express the amount for each person, any head or head-like expansion on a structure, as on a bone.
Examples:
Per capita sales. The agricultural yield per capita. GDP per capita shrunk by almost 10% for the third consecutive year.
Dime.
An American or Canadian coin worth 1/10 of a dollar.
Examples:
Dime store. Behind a dime. He never received a dime, even from the company of a close friend.
Republican.
A person who supports or advocates for a particular form of government, typically one that has an elected head of state rather than a monarch, a member or supporter of the Republican Party in the United States.
Examples:
Republican ideology. Republican Party. Many Republican lawmakers are advocating for stricter immigration policies.
Sever.
To break or separate something by cutting, especially suddenly and forcibly.
Examples:
Sever a rope. Sever a positive relationship. He severed a branch from a tree quickly.
Subsidize.
To pay part of the cost of something to support an organization, activity, etc. financially.
Examples:
Subsidize the project. Subsidize the cost. Governments subsidize renewable energy generation in various ways.
Frack.
To inject water and chemicals into the ground at high pressure to fracture the rock and release the gas or oil, especially to extract them.
Examples:
Frack the land. Frack multiple wells. The energy company plans to frack the shale deposit to extract natural gas.
Shale.
A sedimentary rock formed from the accumulation of fine-grained clay, silt, or mud, often used in construction or as a source of fuel.
Examples:
Shale rock. Shale gas. The geologist studied the shale layers in the rock formations to determine their age.
Arctic.
Of or relating to the region around the North Pole or the Arctic Ocean, very cold.
Examples:
Arctic ice. High Arctic. Cold temperatures and long, dark winters characterize the Arctic climate.
Disintegration.
The process of something breaking down or falling apart physically or metaphorically, the state of being weakened or destroyed.
Examples:
Disintegration process. Cultural disintegration. The disintegration of the old bridge was a warning sign of its impending collapse.
Intensify.
To increase or make something increase in extent or strength.
Examples:
Intensify diplomatic efforts. Intensify a good relationship. Rebels have pledged to intensify the armed struggle against the dictatorship.
Famine.
A severe shortage of food, often caused by drought, war, or economic reasons.
Examples:
Famine relief. Coal famine. The severe famine caused by the drought has left many people without food.
Asteroid.
A small rocky body orbiting the Sun, typically in the region between Mars and Jupiter.
Examples:
Asteroid mining. Asteroid explorer. Scientists are studying the composition and origins of the asteroid belt to understand the early solar system better.
Dither.
To be indecisive or unsure about something, to tremble or shake with nervousness or excitement.
Examples:
Dither over a decision. Dither in negotiations. I couldn't decide what to wear to the party, so I dithered over my outfit for hours.
Divert.
To change the course or direction of something, often away from a specific path or target, to entertain or amuse someone, often to distract them from a problem or concern, to appropriate something for a different purpose.
Examples:
Divert attention. Divert an assault. Due to the road construction, we had to divert our course to get to the restaurant.